All right, we back. More C Sports Talk, talking about Jason Kidd. I never exclusively got to tell you guys my take on Jason Kidd being the Detroit Pistons head coach. He interviewed with the Pistons a couple of days ago, and you know, I haven't really got a real vibe from people about how they feel about Jason Kidd. I know people in Milwaukee. I'm in a Milwaukee dominated sports group on Facebook, and a lot of guys like Jason Kidd as a coach. In Milwaukee, they just had schematically, a bad team. They had a lot of length, but a lot of guys couldn't shoot. Chris Middleton was one of the guys that could shoot, but they missed a lot of shooting. And they never really had a natural point guard. It was more Giannis, pushing the point. He just didn't have a jump shot neither, especially a three-point shot. Three-point shooting was their biggest mishap, and a big man, because they used to get killed on the board. So it was some things that was schematically wrong, but they was a real young team and still have a lot of room to grow. And a lot of people were shocked that Jason Kidd got fired. He was with the Brooklyn Nets as well, too. But the positive thing about Jason Kidd coming to Detroit would be, would he be able to tutor, Reggie Jackson and help him become a better point guard. But I think at this point, Reggie Jackson is too far gone. He really thinks he's the reincarnation of the Eastern Conference of Russell Westbrook, man. And he really thinks he's Russell Westbrook, man. I think that I didn't know why they even, traded for that guy and, paid him all that money. John Wall was like, man, how is he making more money than me? He ain't even made an All-Star game yet, But, Jason Kidd is a player's coach. He used to be a player, and he can understand what the players are going through. Blueprint-wise, schematically-wise, it's tough, man. It's tough to know where Jason Kidd is coming from, man. The one thing that I wouldn't like that if they signed Jason Kidd was the simple fact that would they give him GM power and coaching power? I would not like that. Hopefully, Tom Gores doesn't make that mistake again. But, he understands the game. I think he can make Dre and Blake Griffin and Jackson work as good as they could. He's a guy that a lot of NBA guys like. He continues to get jobs, and I think he does good jobs. Would you like to take the more known coach and Jason Kidd, know what you're going to get from Jason Kidd? Or would you like to take the young, innovative guys like Kennedy Jet Smith, Juwan Howard, which you're going to have to surround them with a veteran coaching staff anyway? You know what I'm saying? I like young and innovative. I like to see what they bring to the table, but Jason Kidd is a tough guy to pass up. He got pedigree, and he know how to coach the game. He knows how to play the game. He's one of the smartest basketball players to ever play. He was one of those guys that they used to call Ace Kid because he didn't have a jumper. He improved himself to having a great jumper. And I like what he coaches from. I like the offenses that he run, but I think, he's going to be facing a similar demon that he faced in Milwaukee, with the fact that he don't have the best jump shooting here, And also, why would he want this opportunity? If this is basically the same situation he came from in Milwaukee. This is the same situation, man. It's a team that don't have no jump shooting. It has a big man though, but it's something that you're really missing. You don't have a lot of money to bring in shooting. You don't have draft picks to bring in resources. This is going to be a rebuild. And are you prepared to be fired from your 3 jobs in a row? After a couple years. I think if I was him, I'd take a chill pill. I relax. I chill at the crib. Hopefully his money right. And when the right coaching gig come open, I want to go for it, man. I definitely want to go for it, and it's tough, man. It's tough for him. This is not a gig that I would like to see Jason Kidd take, being a Jason Kidd fan from back in the day. But you gotta do what you gotta do, man. You gotta believe in your abilities, and you do have something to build on in Detroit. But I think this is a young guy's job, to mold this team and try to do something new, because these guys have been through several different coaches. Maybe Blake Griffin with Doc Rivers, and whoever else was coaching before him, I can't remember. Or maybe Drummond being through all the coaching he did with Detroit, and Reggie Jackson being with Scott, not Scott Skiles, but dude from the coach from the Washington Wizards right now. Right now, he used to coach the Oklahoma City Thunder. I can't remember his name. So, I don't think it's too much that he can do with this roster, or anybody else can do. So I think it's a roster meant for somebody young and trying to mold this team. Or, I just don't like Jason Kidd personally for the fifth. Jason Kidd for the Pistons. It's probably the best that they can get, man. And it's probably the best they can get for them. But, oh, man, it's tough. It's tough, man. But, I guess he's the best candidate so far, in my opinion, with the NBA credentials. So let me know what y'all think. We gone.